We are at the 12th and final question of logical reasoning drill set number 2 at lawhub.lsac.org. And we have a more unique question type than the average, and we're being asked to logically complete an argument. And whenever you have a which of the following completes the argument style question, you are being asked to do one of two things. You are either being asked to identify the conclusion that must reasonably be based off of the statements presented before. And that really does function as an inference task. Or you are being asked to do what is known as a since strengthen, whereby you are being asked to find information that will strengthen a conclusion or opinion that is already in the paragraph and usually is immediately preceding the blank that you are being asked to fill. So we already have our highlight tool selected, and we're just going to highlight a conclusion if we can identify one. So we begin reading. A particular type of genetically engineered tomato remains in salable condition on the market shelf for 20 days, a shelf life substantially longer than that of ordinary tomatoes. Upon first reaching grocers' shelves, these genetically engineered tomatoes and ordinary tomatoes have the same nutritional value. Therefore, here's our conclusion. Consumers who purchase the genetically engineered tomatoes at the end of their shelf life and consumers who buy ordinary tomatoes at the end of their shelf life buy tomatoes of equal nutritional value if. So we've got that, therefore it clearly articulates that this is our conclusion, and we're looking at a since strength, and it doesn't have the word since, but you could easily replace that if with a since, and you'd have the exact same outcome just structurally for the argument. So we need to find an answer choice that strengthens this claim we highlighted in orange, that consumers who purchase the genetically engineered tomatoes at the end of their shelf life and consumers who buy ordinary tomatoes at the end of their shelf life buy tomatoes of equal nutritional value. So we need to focus on that specific conclusion as we move to the answer choices, seeking reasons to eliminate and highlighting those reasons as we go. So starting with choice A, the genetically engineered tomatoes, as well as ordinary tomatoes, retain some nutritional value even past the end of their respective shelf lives. Well, we're talking at the end of their shelf life and some nutritional value. How much nutritional value? I have no idea. This is both vague and has no impact either way on the conclusion, so we can eliminate choice A, hopefully pretty immediately. Next, choice B, the genetically engineered tomatoes cannot visually be distinguished from the ordinary tomatoes. Well, like how they look doesn't do anything for that conclusion. We're talking about the nutritional value. And I can't gauge nutritional value based on looking at something, so let's eliminate choice B. Choice C, the genetically engineered tomatoes take the same time to grow as do ordinary tomatoes and also grow to the same size. Okay, how long they take to grow and that they grow to the same size, again, doesn't have any clear direct impact on the equal nutritional value that is relevant to the conclusion, so we can eliminate choice C for those reasons. Next, choice D, for salable tomatoes of equal nutritional value, any price differences, we didn't talk about price at all, even though you might be like, salable tomatoes, that's relevant, but we're talking solely about equal nutritional value, so we can eliminate choice D. Now, of course, read everything just in case you may have to go through two-pass elimination if it seems like all of the answer choices are wrong. But choice E, for salable tomatoes at points at which comparable proportions of their shelf life have elapsed, the genetically engineered tomatoes retain as much of their nutritional value as do ordinary tomatoes. You can basically imagine this as like a coordinate plane, and they've got two slopes, and they both are just parallel. So this is just saying that at any point, they've got the same nutritional value, whether it's at the beginning of the shelf life or at the end. So choice E absolutely showcases why that conclusion is valid. And as always, you can check your answer by selecting show answer, or you can get some hints and tips if you're inclined. If you choose to hit show answer, you will always be prompted with this little, do you want to do it? I always keep that open myself, just try to motivate me to try to do it on my own. But you can see correct answer is indeed E, and you can practice this and all of the other drill set logical reasoning questions to improve your accuracy on all of the question types that you'll find in the logical reasoning section of the LSAT over at lawhub.lsac.org.